Have you seen the news? First, let's read. Phantom Peak is still drowning in disaster. Once a crystal-clear lifeline, the town's canal remains a toxic soup after a contamination incident 2 months ago. Locals have since been reportedly gagging at the stench and fearing for their health since the accident, and today, an official spokesperson from Gearhart Industries has finally released a statement revealing more about the situation. Their initial report findings have confirmed that the ongoing pollution of the waterways is the result of a chemical overspill from a manufacturing facility owned and run by Gearhart Industries. The company has expressed deep regret for the incident and pledged to conduct a transparent investigation into the causes of the disaster and lead the remediation efforts. However, they are not accepting responsibility. In a dramatic turn of events, they have named and shamed a rogue engineer as the culprit, Elowin Crow. They are alleged to have mishandled unspecified dangerous contaminants in a Gearhart Industry facility, leading to the catastrophic chemical spill that has devastated the local ecosystem and drinking water supply. In this shocking announcement, Gearhart Industries has confirmed that Crow was immediately dismissed for gross negligence. As the fallout from this environmental catastrophe continues, attention now turns to the potential legal ramifications for both Crow and Gearhart Industries. With the community reeling from the disaster, calls for accountability are growing louder. As the Sentinel digs deeper into this disaster, an anonymous source suggested that it might be the greedy bosses at Gearhart Industries who are really to blame. An insider who wishes to remain anonymous has informed us that Gearhart Industries knew an accident of this nature could happen and have repeatedly ignored pleas for additional safety. Equipment. Another source who also wishes to remain anonymous has also made claims that some scientists working for Gearhart Industries had been warning about the potential for disaster for months, maybe even years. They say they raised concerns about the chemicals being used and the way they were being handled, but their warnings fell on deaf ears. They feel like profits may have been put ahead of people and the planet. A cordon is still in place around the contaminated area, and residents are being urged to steer clear. Gearhart Industries experts are on the scene, surveying the damage and developing a cleanup plan. Until then, the canal remains a no-go zone. To make matters worse, there is still no water supply to some unlucky businesses. The local brew pub is bone dry, and the farmer down the road is watching his crops wither. Can you believe it? No beer and no bread. This town's going downhill faster than a greased pig. With the canal out of action, people are worried sick about where the next drop of water is coming from. It's a recipe for disaster. Dr. Gearhart himself, the big cheese and visionary founder of Gearhart Industries, will be making a visit tomorrow to make a statement on the situation. Will he unveil another big plan to save the day? Well, if anyone can solve this problem this big, then the odds must be on Gearhart Industries. Until then, Phantom Peak will hold its breath and wait for a miracle. Okay, theory time. Someone, maybe Elowin Crow, has been poisoning the canal. We know Dr. Winter's been actively doing this for the entire time we've been going. Any similarities? The farmer down the road is watching his crops wither. Remember that for later. And of course, Dr. Gearhart, the big cheese and visionary founder of Gearhart Industries. This is sounding extremely familiar. Jonah Co., visionary founder, invented everything that he totally didn't invent. There's some similarities here. There's something going on. And just in case, subtle nod here to the typewriter. Loving that if that is on purpose. That's it for part 1. See you in part 2.